Hi, Sean Huxter here. Welcome to Sydney Swift Shuts Down the Steam Power Punk. Well, that's the first set anyway. My character is Sydney Swift. This is the logo I'm using, which is a wax seal. I started off with this project by making the head, and I knew I would make characters to fit the head later, and so I made this little character here. This is Sydney Swift. I'm going to zoom in. This is Sydney Swift. It's very much a Mighty Max character. It is designed to fit into Mighty Max sets, so the foothole is the same. And this is Sid. Sid is a street urchin from Victorian London who stumbles upon a portal and then starts going through adventures, much the same as a certain hero we all love. And this was the first pose I put him in. And then I realized when Mighty Max put out Series 1, they created 8 poses for Mighty Max. And I wanted to do 8 poses for Sid. So that's exactly what I did. And that's more than 8, actually, because I also made Sid coming through a portal with tentacles chasing him or her. Sid, by the way, is ambiguous. You can decide who Sid is to you. That's the portal. Now, the way it's going to look when it's done is this is Sid painted. So I think for now a teal flat cap, teal vest, very much London outfit of the time, white shirt. He or she has red hair, and that's kind of how Sid's going to look in the set. And I just wanted to go over the poses that I created today. So I made these little poses. They're very tiny, and I printed them out double size because I'm going to go through and show you the double size ones because it'll show more detail. But trust me, this printer is absolutely amazing. The detail I'm getting out of this thing is phenomenal. So let's pick up the first one. So yeah, I printed it in gray because you get a lot more detail in the gray. When you print it in slightly translucent colors, you tend to lose the visual details. So it's really hard to see, but you can see here every tentacle has its little suckers, and there's some little lint there, but this will be painted eventually. Also, I'm going to be printing this one in a translucent color so that the portal's translucent, and then I'll paint the figure, and this is what it would look like at Mighty Max size. So this is the portal with tentacles coming in after Sid as Sid escapes from whatever hellish realm they just visited. And that's what that's going to look like. So and also this is a double-sized Sid, of what Sid would look like printed double-sized. And now I'll show the figures, the poses. So you've seen the first pose. Max kind of just in a standard adventure pose. Then I created this second pose of Max holding some sort of ray gun. Now this is a ray gun based on a model that I made in 1:1 scale. And I wanted to use it. Of course, it's much smaller, lower detail, because you can't get that level of detail at this size. But that's Sid holding a ray gun of some kind. And that might go really nicely with the Steam Power Punk, actually, or other sets that I might make. This is Sid, arms akimbo, looking very, very kind of brave and confident. And almost all the Mighty Max series had Max holding a lantern, so I thought I would do the same. This is a vintage, like, Victorian railwayman's lantern, which fits the era and the time that Sid comes from. These will be painted, of course. Then I wanted to do a jetpack. So a while ago, I did a jetpack for a Corgi model that I did. And I based it on a rocket ship that I created. And I put 2 copies of it next to a central turbine. And I printed these jets in clear amber and glued them on, which I don't know if that's how it's going to end up in the end. But so here Sid is wearing goggles, but has the same grin, all the same details, only this time with a backpack, with a jetpack. And this is like a standard fighting pose, like getting ready to fight, right? That looks pretty like challenging. And then there's kind of a martial arts pose, like hee-yah, right? And then I wanted to do a torch one because Mighty Max has several ones with torches as well. So I decided to do one with a torch. Torch has got wood grain on it, and the flame is all there, and he's kind of holding above the head and looking like I'm about to head into adventure, but I'm also going to print this one in amber and then paint it so that only the flame is clear. The rest will be painted like every other figure, so it'll be solid, much like this, but carrying a clear torch, rather than glue it on, because I want it to be stronger than glue would hold. But I just wanted to introduce these guys because my set, I've done a couple videos now constructing my set, but I had a couple of disasters with construction, and so I'm very close to being done, but not quite done yet. So I wanted to have these figures ready, and by the time I'm done with the head, these will all be painted, and I'll do a whole reveal video later of the entire set. But for now, I just wanted to show what this printer can do and what my idea was for having 8 poses for now, and more to come later, I'm sure. If I do a series 2 like Max did, like Mighty Max did, I'll make maybe 8 more poses. Okay, that's it for me for now. Thanks for coming down with Sydney Swift, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.